Y'all get in here. Get in here, 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 y'all. I'm on 2 cameras right now. That's the camera for when I posted after the fact in higher resolution. This is the live camera. I'm answering questions from live on either side. Okay? Actually, I'll see the questions over there. Y'all get in here, get in here, get in here right now. Okay? We're having a conversation, okay? And I'm not gonna be here for a long time because I got shit I gotta do in a little bit, okay? But no, for real. We're gonna have a conversation. Can we talk about dating for a minute? I feel like that's a topic that we don't talk about enough. We talk about it a lot. And it's such a relevant topic because the reality is I do not believe that man or woman or whatever you want to define yourself as was made to be alone. I think that relationships are important, and if you desire to be in one, that is a healthy desire. However, what keeps us from being in relationships is often our expectations, sometimes that are not set to reality, and sometimes us accepting less than what we deserve, okay? So let me say this right now, okay? Let me give you a rundown on me right quick, okay? 37 years old. I'll be 38 in a couple weeks. Okay. Fairly successful. I have businesses in the financial services industry as well as within the entertainment industry. If you don't know about me, Google me, Malcolm MJ Harris. Not bragging, just saying I worked hard enough for you to be able to Google me. Okay. Very, very good in relationships. Yeah, that's been my thing. Always have been good in relationships. Have not always been great with picking the right partners. Can you relate? Okay. Over the years, I've learned how to pick better as I've learned more about myself. And what I can tell you is this: at this stage of my life, and feel free to write your questions in here because y'all know how we do. I answer your questions. Okay. I'm just giving y'all time to get your questions in here. Okay. I'm just making some small talk while you get your questions in here and while y'all are clicking like and click share. At this stage of my life, I'm not about playing no games about how I date. And that's what this video is about. This video is about talking to you about how you can cut out all the BS, okay, around dating, okay? Now, I learned over the years, so I've shared some of my dating choices with y'all. I've learned not to share most with you all, okay? Because I think I need to have some private things to myself. But I've learned some great lessons over the years around dating. And I can tell you is this. One of the biggest lessons I've learned has been this. Know what you want, say what you want, ask what you want, all up front, okay? It is the world's biggest red flag when you get to know somebody and they're sitting up here talking about, I don't know what I want, I'm just figuring it out, I'm just shooting the shit, I'm just going with the flow, baby. If you over the age of about 19 years old, 20 years old, something like that, even then, you need to know what you want, okay? Ask what you want, say what you want, get it all out the way right up front. Okay, I'm telling you this right now. We don't have time to waste, and y'all be wasting some good looks, okay? Your titties is not getting no higher, okay? You hear what I'm saying, girls, okay? You're not getting, your baby, I know y'all like to say, I'm like fine wine. As I age, I get better. Maybe, but some things just age, okay? So you better use this youth in your favor, okay? And don't be letting these men or women waste your time. Same with men. Don't be letting these women or men waste your time. Let me see these questions in here real fast, okay? Why can't guys just be honest? Why do they just lie to get what they want? Baby, guys don't just lie. Baby, the ones you picking are liars. We got to stop typecasting everybody, okay? Let's talk about this through the lens of dating, okay? We love to talk, but this is not giving me enough glow. I need a little bit more lip right now, okay? We love to talk about dating from the point of view as if somehow or another, like all men or all women are a certain kind of way. No, baby, if everybody you meet is a certain kind of way, then that you need to look at yourself. You're the one picking them, okay? Where are you meeting these guys at? I feel like all the guys I date just want to party because you meet men at nightclubs. I feel like every guy I date just want to be in bed with me because you crack your legs open within the first week of knowing every man you met. So you set that expectation with them. I feel like every man I meet is in a relationship because you be meeting men in relationship spaces. You see what I'm saying? Right? Am I making sense? Does this make sense? You see where I'm going with this? You can come in. You see where I'm going with this? I'm just saying, if you're meeting nothing but the same type of people, then you may be going to the same kind of places at the end of the day. I'm just saying, if you want to change the kind of, and let me tell you this, okay? Me personally, I'm all about husband energy, okay? Me personally, I'm all about the energy of building family, building legacy, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna fuck around I'm not fucking around with trying to meet dudes in certain kind of spaces, everything like that. Will I go to like a bar, a club, or whatever? I don't really drink like that, so I'm not really that interested in those kind of places. But will I go? Sure. Is it at the top of my list to meet somebody there? No. And I'm not saying that people there don't have that kind of energy, but I'm saying more often than not, the kind of people you there with, they not getting that kind of energy. That's not what I'm looking for. So if I'm in that kind of space, I'm not going there looking for a man. I'm going there just to have a good time, just to chill out, ha ha, hee hee, hoo hoo. If something nice happens, and it happens. But for me, when it comes to meeting men, at this stage of my life, baby, I like meeting men in business settings. All right, I got my own money, but I like for you to have yours too. So I'm all about meeting men in business settings. I love that. Personally, I tend to like meeting men also through, these are some places I like meeting men through. Y'all can take what you want. I like meeting men through spaces where like through people who are already in relationships, right? What do I mean by that? Meaning they're friends. Like, oh, they're in relationships, they know other people. I feel like relationship-oriented people know relationship-oriented people. You see what I'm saying with that? And so with this, I kind of like that, I like that. Generally speaking, what else? I am attracted to guys who usually got something going on in their life professionally. You know what I mean? So for me, like as a gay man, I'm not necessarily, I used to be only attracted to like, gay bars and everything like that. That's where I was gonna meet guys at. Not so much, because I feel like that's not, that doesn't get me what I need. It just puts me around a bunch of gay dudes. But that doesn't mean that we have anything in common. So for me, I prefer to put myself in spaces, and women take note of this too. I prefer to put myself in spaces where I can meet people based on similar lifestyle and similar interest. And that's what I focus on. So I'm not going to choose a gay space. I'm not going to choose a this space or a black, I'm not going to choose a gay space. I'm going to choose a black space. I'm not going to choose a this space or a that space. I'm going to choose a space where we have similar lifestyles, similar mindsets, similar orientations to business, so on. Do we have an appreciation for travel? Y'all get where I'm going with that? Okay, let's go to my next question. All right. He keeps flirting with me, but he keeps mentioning his girlfriend. I'm sorry, what? You say he keeps flirting with you, but he keeps mentioning his girlfriend. Baby, why are you giving him room in your space and in your life? I don't understand this shit, because then you will get your panties in a knot. Your feelings will be all the way hurt when you meet a man who has a whole girlfriend, whole boyfriend, whole whatever it may be. You will entertain their energy. And then ultimately, when they do not choose you, because he will never choose you, okay? I don't care what he says, then your feelings are hurt. If he has a girlfriend, a wife, a somebody, a situationship, anybody in his life, do not entertain him. Do not give him your number. Do not DM with him. If you're currently DMing with him, block his number. Block it. Block it. There's nothing more to say. What is there to talk about with him? Oh, it's just conversation. Y'all underestimate how we as human beings can get attached to people. Okay? I'm old enough to know I can get attached very easily. To me, if you're a good enough person, I like enough, I can get attached. So I guard my heart by making sure that I don't give people any presence in my life who are not aligned with where I want. So to me, if you are in a relationship, you can't have no presence in my life. No, we can't just be, let's just be friends. Fuck being friends. I'm not being your friend. I don't want to be your friend. Be friends about what? What we need to be friendly about? You got a relationship. And to be quite honest, if I was in a relationship with you and you trying to be friends with somebody like me, knowing what I think about you, I wouldn't be cool with that. Nah. So we don't need to be friends. If you're not in a space of aligned energy with me from a romantic and energetic perspective, we don't need to be friends. Because friendship can open the door for other things. All right, we grown, baby. We grown. All right. She said, can she DM me with relationship questions? Baby, not if you want them answered. Not if you want them answered, baby. I don't do one-on-ones unless it's a coaching session, honey. See, I do it on here as a courtesy. Okay, this is my courtesy. I do it here because I get paid by the platforms. Okay, so that's how I get paid for this. Okay, this is my work. But see, if y'all want one-on-one coaching, baby, you got to schedule a session, honey. And I got a waiting list at the moment, but I'll let you know when it's open. I'm just real about it. Okay. This ain't ministry and it ain't charity either, honey. All right, I say if you do anything good, you need to be paid for it, all right? Some of y'all girls need to listen to me. You're like, what? Y'all getting ideas as it is. I'm just playing with you, but I'm serious. All right, let's read this next story. It says, I met this guy on a dating app, and we've been talking for about 2 months. Something told me to check the dating app, and I noticed he changed a photo. I could be overreacting, but I thought things were going well, so why exactly are we changing photos? Well, baby, did y'all commit yet? Did y'all commit yet? That's what I'm saying. You met him on a dating app. Did you have a conversation that, because he met you, he's supposed to cut his dating app off at this point in time? I'm just asking. Because you liked him. Oh, I get it. I get it. Because you liked him, he was supposed to stop talking to everybody else. Why y'all be setting yourselves up to get y'all's feelings hurt? I'm just curious about this. This man did not commit to you. All right, you said you thought everything was going well. Based on what? If a man does not say he's committed to you or does not have some conversation with you about the direction that things are going within, same with women, then it ain't going in that direction. Doesn't matter what your feelings are about it. Doesn't matter what you thought. All right? Now, if he said we're committed and we're not, then fine. You know what I mean? That's right, my fake chewing gum. Everything I'm about to read you. Let me say the secrets of popping gum. People say, "Oh, you pop gum so loud. It's so loud." What the fuck do you think I'm supposed to do with it? I'm asking you that. It's supposed to be loud. It's dramatic. The fuck? And so, I ain't even got no gum. You go ahead. You see what I'm saying? You better do it. All right? Hey, Matt. Baby, don't assume. This is me at this point in my life. I'm not assuming nothing. When I meet you, if I'm interested in you, I'm asking you up front, what are you looking for? What you looking for? Baby, I don't care. What you looking for? You looking for a relationship? Oh, okay, cool. Tell me, what does a relationship look like to you? Because some people looking for a relationship, and the type of relationship they're looking for ain't the kind you looking for. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Some people want a relationship where they literally just want you around when they want you around because they are more focused on their life than they're focused on trying to get to know you. So you need to ask them, what does a relationship look like? What are you looking for? You want a relationship? What does a relationship look like? Oh, okay, cool. When was the last relationship? Wow. Okay, cool. And if someone as attractive as yourself, what's kept you from being in one since then? This is not an interrogation. This is we don't have time to waste. So let's just have a conversation now. There's no real right or wrong answer. It's just a matter, does the answer mesh well for you? And to that same degree, be open to answering the questions that they ask you too. That's why I love about asking questions, because it opens the door for them to be able to ask me questions in return. You see what I'm saying? I invite your questions. Ask me about me. I don't want no yes, no kind of dude. The hell? No, ask me questions. So yeah, me asking you questions is to open the door for that. Right? Ask things up front. Let's see here. What's my next question? I told you I'm not going to be here for a long time. All right. I meet my ex at the Valentine's Day party for the first time after the breakup. I'm sorry, what? I meet my ex at the Valentine's Day party for the first time after our breakup. How do I act around him? Baby, why you went to a Valentine's party with your ex? You ain't got nobody else to spend your Valentine's Day with. What? That sounds like a bad idea. The hell? You can't go nowhere else on Valentine's Day but be around your ex? That sounds awkward. That sounds like depression waiting to happen. That sounds like crying in the bathroom. The hell? Go somewhere else. Girl, stop. Y'all be putting... Oh, Lord Jesus. MJ, I recently got engaged and my sister is jealous. Does she still get an invitation to the wedding? How do you know she's jealous? Let's start there. And if you know she's jealous, hell no, she doesn't get an invitation to the wedding. But do you know she's jealous? Are you projecting? Okay? Because sometimes we love to say somebody jealous, but truth of the matter is, is it that she's telling you that she don't like this man because she sees some negative traits in him, and you're like, girl, you're just jealous of me. We love to call people jealous when they call us out. So I'm just asking, do we really know she's jealous? Okay? Is she really giving you hater energy, or is she just giving you energy that you don't know how to decipher, so you're calling it jealousy? Hey, Warnell, all right? I mean, personally, for me, 2023 energy is that I don't allow people around me who don't bring me good energy. So you're not invited into any space in my life if you're not bringing good energy, if we're not aligned. That's just me, right? If there's not an alignment of energy, period, independent of it, I would have a conversation with her. And here's how that conversation would go. It would be like, where's my phone? Hello? Hey, girl. Yeah, you got a minute? I want to chit-chat with you for a minute. No. I just wanted to chit-chat. No. Ain't nobody dead. See, my family, you gotta say, ain't nobody dead. No, we good. It's not an emergency. Yeah, I just wanted to talk with you. I need a better phone. Yeah, I just wanted to talk with you. Yeah. It's about Walter. It's about Walter. Yeah, girl, I just feel a different kind of energy from you because and this could just be me, baby. I could just be projecting, and you just tell me if it's all in my head. But when I've brought him up in the past and when I've talked to you about him, sometimes I feel a little resistance from you. And I know you're my sister and I know you love me. I know you love me and I love you. And I know you've always had my best interest at heart. Give him the benefit of the doubt. It works. So I just was curious, what were your thoughts? Did you have anything that you wanted to share with me about him? I'm open ears, honey. I just want to talk to you because I know that I just want to hear from you. Hey, Dr. Mandifa. And then shut the fuck up and let her talk. Because here's the thing. We love to say that people are jealous of our relationship when they disagree with our relationship, and then we don't give them the space to actually tell us their real opinions. Now, I'm not saying her opinion is valid, but what I am saying is hear her out. Before you decide that you don't want to invite your sister to your wedding and potentially end up damaging that relationship long term with family, because family's forever. That doesn't mean that they need to always be forever. But before you take that step, how's about having a transparent conversation where you shut up, even if she says things you don't want to hear? You shut up. Shut up. Let me tell you something. You can listen to other people's opinions about you and not react. Okay, you can listen to them say whatever it is they want to say, and you shut up. I love to do that. Well, no, I just was curious. Oh, honey, can I tell you one of my tricks? Oh, honey, please, let me tell you one of my tricks. It works, okay? It's not really a trick. It's just a conversational technique so that I can understand what I'm working with. If there is tension or disagreement between me and you in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to reach out. Hey, soft voice. Hey, how are you? You're good? Got a couple minutes for me? Okay, perfect. The conversation yesterday was rough, wasn't it? I'm teaching y'all how to work through conflict. Listen close. The conversation yesterday was rough, wasn't it? Yeah, it was, at least for me. No, I understand. I feel like you weren't heard yesterday. I felt like I cut you off. I felt like it wasn't, like I didn't hear you fully. So I just wanted to call you up just to be quiet and to listen to you because I want you to be heard. And then you shut up. Put your phone on mute if you got to put it on mute and let them talk. Let me tell you this. First of all, one of two possibilities is going to happen here. Possibility one, actually one of three. Possibility one, you're going to hear them share with you their full opinion that you didn't hear before, and you may be enlightened to be like, oh, damn, I didn't see it that way. So you may be enlightened to be elevated, right? What you want to be elevated, especially if you care about the relationship. You want to hear their full opinion about what's going on, so you want to open the door up so you can really hear from them. Sometimes we're so focused on what we want other people to hear that we don't create space for people to tell us what they need us to hear, because we've already determined that what they say is invalid. We've already determined that their thoughts don't have the same value that ours have. Honey, I've been in that position on both ends. I'm telling you this right now. So sometimes we got to be able, outside of the realm of conflict, the next day is a good time, next week, whatever. I want to hear from you because I feel like I wasn't in a space to fully hear you last time. So I want to hear from you. Share with me, please. Tell me, I'm here to listen, and then hit mute on your phone. That way if they say the dumbest shit ever, you can just be muted. I'm good for that. I will hit mute on my phone, so no, if you say some just all out stupid stuff, you don't got to hear me react, because I gotta go through the action of unmuting myself first, okay? Then the second possibility that may come out of it, right, is you may hear some things to confirm that they are as stupid and as off as you thought they were. They say some stuff that just make you be like, wow, you really are the idiot that I thought you were. You really are the emotionally detached person I thought you were. You really are screwed up. Wow, I feel validated and confirmed in my decision not to fuck with you anymore. And wow, this call allows me to do that guilt-free, because at first I was feeling guilty about cutting you off. But now that I get to hear from you, this is just amazingness. Wow. And then that's the other possibility, okay? Here's the third possibility. A little bit of both. You get to hear how you was off, and you get to hear how they was off, and y'all can come to a place of agreement. So what I invite you to do with anyone who you may have some possible conflict with, especially family, invite them in for a conversation and let them talk first. We always want to be the one to talk first. No, I'm going to let you know what I think, blah, 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 blah. You show your whole hand. You show your whole hand. What if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? I need you to talk first. Right? You talk first. Let me hear what you got to say. Just saying. And in that way, if I was wrong, I can then clean it up first. I'm like, oh yeah, I did say that, right? Ooh, yeah, you was right to assume that, because the way I positioned that, yeah, I did that. Yeah, when I said that, that was triggering. Ooh, shoot, I can see how that. I kind of understand why you cussed me out. Yeah, that was rough what I said that day, huh? And then I can get myself together rather than you coming out the gate popping off, okay? So that's a technique I want to say, especially for you mouthy girls out there, okay? Let them talk first, okay? If you're in a relationship with an introvert, if you're in a relationship with someone who's not as communicative as you, because you always say, my man isn't communicative, he doesn't talk as much as I do. He does talk. It's just the problem is you talk first, right? You talk first, and then you end up setting the tone, and he doesn't feel open to speak, right? You got, what you got to say? And he like, nothing. And you like, you ain't never got nothing to say. No, because everything you said shut him down before he could talk. Let the man talk. Let him talk. Just let him talk. And he can be wrong as 2 left feet. But at least you know how to navigate him from there, okay? I'm teaching you girls. I'm teaching you something. If y'all listen. Is my upper body looking good, girls? You know, my tatas are getting together, honey. I've been working out at the gym and stuff like that, honey. Okay, I've been getting it together. I'm trying, baby, listen, don't play with me. I'll be 40 in 2 years. I'm 37 going on 38 now, okay? And I am determined to be one of those people where as I get older, people be like, ooh, MJ, you know, MJ's 73, but he look good. Don't MJ look good? I want y'all to say that every time y'all talk about me. Don't he look good? That's the goal. That's the goal, baby. You better quit playing with me, okay? Every time I walk through the room, I want my husband to look at me like, damn, he needs to feel lucky, okay? You got me, pretty, successful, a good mouthpiece on me. You see what I'm saying? Please, quit playing with me, all right? Hey, Kendra. That's my cousin, y'all. Let me see it. Like my cousin, okay? All right, he's 30. We've been together for 5 years. Dad is caught up on, okay, I gotta read this because y'all ain't right. Don't be writing these abridged messages. Spell it out for me. It says, Dad is caught up on marriage, but I'm sick of the conversation. Who's the dad? How do I stand my ground while, baby, this question is hard for me. I don't know how to, maybe I'm not a good reader, but that wasn't written the way I know how to read it. So rewrite that for me. I want to get back with my ex who has 9 children with 8 women. And he's incarcerated now. What's your advice? Well, my advice to you is therapy. So let me repeat what you just said, baby. You want to get back with your ex. He has 9 children with 8 women, which is not my issue at all, outside of the fact that clearly his technique around birth control just don't seem to work in either of y'all's. But that's on y'all. I'm okay with that. My issue is you want to get back with him and he locked up. All right, now I'm not saying that men who serve in the bed that they don't deserve love too, but baby, why? Tell me about the catch that he is. I'm just listening. Help me to understand, why is this man so magical? Honey, because even if he got a magic stick, if you know what I mean, that does not mean that you ain't getting access to that. Do they do conjugal visits anymore? I don't understand this. All right, now he got money, don't he? He got money. He better have some money. He better have plenty of money. He calling up his investment banker while he's in there to give you money, because you better not be putting money on his books. Okay, he must have money. That's what that is. No, okay, I don't understand. I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know. But I'm gonna recommend therapy, because therapy is gonna be a great resource for you to get unconfused about your self-worth, so that you can choose a man who's actually fully available to you emotionally and otherwise. Okay, because that's not an available man, honey. All right, and I don't believe no man who's in a difficult. Let me tell you this, okay? If a man is in a difficult situation, if he locked up, if his finances is in a real bad position, if he's in duress, is what we like to call it, duress. All right, duress, right? Any form of emotional or financial duress. I do not believe that is the best time to form a relationship with him, because if a man is in prison, he'd say, a lot of men and women who are in prison will tell you anything you want to hear. All right, if he's in financial duress, don't, girl, no. I need you to be free. Now, that doesn't mean he can't be going through stress. We all got stresses in our lives. We got houses, we got businesses, we got life happening. I get that. But I'm talking about extreme duress. Because here's my thing. If someone's going through trauma or duress, let's take prison off the table. If they're going through trauma or duress, that is not the time to form a relationship with them, because the fact is the matter is that you're not getting to know them. You're getting to know their trauma body. And then what ends up happening is that you form a trauma bond. And then once that trauma is over and done with, then the person you're in a relationship with ain't the person you got with in the first place. That's why people, after they go through trauma together and the trauma ain't there no more, that's why they got to create drama, so they can get some new trauma to be attached to each other, because they were addicted to the trauma, not to one another. They were attracted to going through trauma together, not through actually being in a healthy relationship. Let me repeat that for you again for the slow girls in the back of the room, okay? When you form a relationship with somebody while there is trauma going on, then what can happen is that even when there is no longer any trauma in the circumstance, you all, one or both, will self-sabotage the relationship to create more trauma and drama, because the fact of the matter is that this is the dance that you all have agreed to. Every relationship's a dance. It's like a tango or the cha-cha slide. Is that a dance you can do with other people? It's a line dance. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's whatever it is. And so once we've agreed to a certain kind of movement, we've agreed to a certain type of relationship, and then one person steps out of sync because now they're no longer in trauma, then what happens? The other partner doesn't know how to move anymore. And what do we like to say? The devil you know is better than the one that you don't know. So what will happen is subconsciously, if we're not here, we will self-sabotage to recreate the trauma to bring us back together, because we got together and binded under drama. That's why you can see some couples out here where it seems like no matter what's going on, they're always fussing and fighting and fussing and fighting, and no matter what's going on, it's always an issue. Why? Because they are creating more drama and trauma, because that is the dance that they agreed to. So this is the only thing that they know how to move within. That's why when a man, anybody is going through anything, like I'm talking about deep stuff, not just something happened. I'm talking about some deep stuff. I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Life is hard. Baby, we don't need to talk no more. Don't call me. And I'm not going to be mean about it. God bless you. I pray for you. That's about as much as I can do for you. But we don't need to talk. Because I don't want to be involved in that stuff. Don't you ever see some of y'all self-esteem isn't high enough right now. All right. And so some of y'all, the minute that you hear a man is going through something, you get closer, like, he need me. You feel needed when he's going through something. And you bind closer to him. And then you think him binding closer to you is actually love. Oh, he loves me. He needs me. No, he don't, baby. No, he don't. You just the only one silly enough to sit through this bumpy ride of life that he's going through right now. Okay? Because the fact of the matter is you don't need to be there. And so you end up binding close to these people who are in trauma and drama, and then they use you up. They drain you dry. They use up your emotional resources. If you're silly enough to give them your financial resources, they use those up too. You see where I'm going with that? And then the minute that he's where he needs to be or where he wants to be, then somehow or another, you're unattractive to him. He's not interested in you anymore. He's looking other places, and you thinking, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you outside the fact that you're attracted to being needed, and therefore you pick the one bird out there that got the broken wing. My friend Mary calls it the broken wing syndrome. You find the one bird out there that's got a broken wing. You pick the one puppy in the litter that's over there limping somewhere, rather than the strong one. I'm telling you right now, If they in trauma, if they in mess, especially mess with other people, baby mama drop all this stuff, leave them alone. He's a good man. No, he not. He not good for you. He could be a good man and not be good for you right now. He not good for you right now, baby. He's not good for you right now. Yeah, that's right. The runt of the litter. That's what you be picking on. Okay, let me go to my next question. All right, y'all got the point. All right, let's see here. What's my next question? Let me see here. Do I have any long distance relationship advice? Yeah, I don't do them. All right, my love language is quality time. So when I say long distance, for example, could I see somebody like on weekends or something like that? I could do that. You know what I mean? Or like every other week or whatever. I could do that. But not like, no, you live in here and I'm living there and we see each other once every couple months. No, because my logic is this. People work. So during the week, you may not see each other that much anyway, even if you live up the street from each other. But reasonably speaking, I can only do long distance if it's no more than 2 or so weeks have passed in between when we see each other. Let's start there. Then B, there has to be some kind of plan for us to eventually be in the same city. I got needs, and I'm not talking about that kind of needs. Y'all nasty. I'm not talking about that type of need. I'm talking about, I like cuddling up on the couch. I like being around my man. You see what I'm saying? So if I can't see you like that, I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? So again, in the beginning, yeah, we can do that whole thing, but long-term, baby, but I'm gonna say this, if you wanna do long distance, it has to be great communication. There needs to also create space for one another to not be up in each other's face constantly. Because sometimes I feel like when you're in person with somebody, you can have more natural cadences. I see you this day, I don't see you that day, whatever. But sometimes when it's long distance, you may feel pressured that I gotta talk to you all day, every day. It's okay, good morning text, good evening text. But for some people, depending on how busy they are, that can put a lot of pressure on them to feel like they gotta talk to you all day, every day. So as long as you're willing to understand what one another's communication patterns and needs are, then I think that you can operate very healthy in a long distance relationship. But if one person is too needy, y'all gotta really be in sync, basically. Because if one person needs a whole lot more than the other person, yikes, Let's see here. What's my next question? I'm not answering that question. Do you really think that people change? I think they may adjust to you and possibly grow, but not actually change. What are your thoughts? I think this, all right? When you meet somebody, right? Picture this. You meet somebody. I want you to take a full inventory of their traits. I want you to look at how they deal with happiness, sadness, anger. I want you to look at how they deal with work. I want you to look at how they deal with intimacy. I want you to look at every single part of them. Look at every single part of them, right? And what I want you to do is picture that they are the same person 5 years from now, meaning nothing changes about them. If that thought works for you, then stick with them. If the thought of, oh no, they can't be this way 5 years from now, I'm expecting them to have changed in some areas, don't be with them. Can people change? Yes. Should you make them changing a contingency for you, a condition of you being in a relationship with them? Absolutely not. If the only way you feel like you can be in a healthy long-term relationship with somebody is if they change, then baby, you can't be in a relationship with that person. Because they may change, but they may not change. And if they do change, they may not change the way you want them to change. So to me personally, do I think people are capable of changing? Yes. Do I make them changing a condition of me being in a relationship with them? Absolutely not. If you ain't coming the way I want you, and that don't mean perfect, but at least something I feel like I can work with, that I'm happy with, that I can be with long term, if nothing ever changed about you, then it's just not gonna be for me. You will drive yourself crazy. You will drive yourself literally crazy waiting on somebody to change. Why can't you? This used to be back in the day, honey. I was such a drama queen, all right? Emotional Pisces, okay? Let me tell you about us Pisces, okay? Nurturing, okay? Vivacious, honey, okay? I exude the energy, all right? So nurturing, vivacious, intuitive, honey. The best pillow talk ever, honey. We're just fabulous people. We really are. Emotional. Now I'm a lot more pulled together. When I was a young girl, oh my God, so emotional. And I remember my ex, he was the sweetest guy. Very much so just, not too much into the emotion. I used to think he's so laid back. I love that about him. I really didn't. Not over time. I needed someone who could express an emotion. You ain't gotta be crying in the middle of the street, but express an emotion. And I just remember being with him. I was in my early 20s. I was so young. And I was, why won't you change? Why won't you just tell me how you feel? I mean, I tell you how I feel. Why do you always leave me out there hanging on a limb emotionally? And blah, 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 blah. And blah, 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 blah. Honey, my saving grace is that I was really good in bed. Okay? So I think literally when I was just all he was sitting there thinking was, yeah, come here. Literally, okay, literally. That was my saving grace, okay? You're pretty and you're good at, all right? And so he tolerated it for years and years and years and years. It went very, very well for us until it didn't go very well for us. Because eventually I got tired of begging him to change, and he got tired of me always getting up in his face asking him to change, okay? So to that point, pick somebody who's built the way you want them. Know they're not gonna be perfect. And let me tell you this, in a healthy relationship is two people who are willing to change where needed in order to make the relationship work. Not any major unhealthy ways, but you're going to have to grow in some areas. You will have to, but they're changing for the sake of the relationship's growth, not for you. A healthy person will change on their own. They will say, oh, wow, the way that I deal with this part of my life, I don't deal with it very well. The way that I deal with this part of my life, I don't deal with it very well. And that's not complimentary to a relationship. I'm going to change because I want this relationship bad enough. Not I'm going to change just so you can stop being pissed off at me. You see where I'm going with that? So let me tell you this, okay? Oh my God. It's Foursomes Brown says, she says, yes, I was annoying myself. Oh my God, yes, baby. I used to annoy him. I look back on it, and he's one of my best friends today. Literally, we've been broken up for over a decade. But I look back on it, and he can admit to it. He's like, he was not emotional enough, and I was too emotional. Bad combination back then. Now we are very different. He can talk. He's very communicative and everything like that. And I'm far less emotional. I'm much more, I don't want to say control, but I'm much more in control of my emotions than I used to be. I was an emotional mess when I was in my early 20s. Oh, and I used to feel bad for men when they meet me, because they would meet me, and I knew what guys would see when they saw me. They see me this little cute thing, little pretty thing, and they're like, oh, you're so cute, you're so pretty, blah, 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 and I'm so sweet, and I can cook, and I treat you nice, and your mama gonna love me, your friends love me too. Until that one moment that we would have a breakdown, and then that little tear get to coming. No, it's fine. It's fine. And then, the thing about masculine energy, they want to nurture. They want to nurture you so bad. No, and see, they thinking it's cute at first. No, it's fine, baby. No, come on. Just tell me what you feel. No, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't want to make a big deal of it. Because I can make a big deal of it, right? That was my thought back then. I don't want to make a big deal of it. No, it's not a big deal. And then, no, tell me. I remember my ex, he pulled over the car. And he pulls over the car. No, just tell me what you feel. Worst mistake ever for me back then. I was like, well, 2 hours later, as I'm unloading everything on him, and he's just like, so I had to learn over the years, rein it in. I'm very communicative, but sometimes you can be too communicative. You need to rein it in and let's go to that real fast, okay? Because some of us are really great communicators. I used to be an over communicator. The lesson I've learned at this part of my life is this. You need to communicate in a way and treat it like a healthy conversation. Don't just unload onto them, which is hard not to do. It's so hard not to do. But don't just unload on them. Open the door for them to also have responses too. Ask them how they feel within the whole thing, and have a very clear ask, especially when you're dealing with masculine energy. You can't just tell them everything that you don't like and everything they did wrong and everything you're feeling. What do you want them to do different? Okay? Because if all you're doing is venting, I just want to vent. That's not healthy to vent to them all the time. Find a therapist to vent to. Find a friend to vent to. But when it comes to your man or your woman, you need to be more constructive and more prescriptive, which means letting them know this is what I want. You can give them background when I felt this, when you did that. But this is what I'm asking of you. This is what I need. What do you need of me? It needs to be prescriptive, because if all they're walking away from the conversation with is a sense of your emotions, but not a sense of what to do different, they are going to inevitably do the same thing that made you emotional in the first place. And you're like, you weren't listening to me. I told you how I felt. Yeah, you did tell them how you feel, but you didn't tell them what you want them to do different. okay? They're not wired like you. And to be quite frank, even if you were talking to you, telling you everything that you felt, you wouldn't know what to do different. Someone just fire hosing you with emotions and then expecting that they're supposed to know what to do with it. Are you crazy? Are you, not literally in the sense, you know what I mean? What is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Are you delusional? Has that worked out for you? Yeah, some of y'all in your 30s and 40s and 50s, and you're still doing that stuff, wondering why people can't figure it out, why your kids can't figure out how to do what you want. Because they don't know what you want. People are often willing to do what you want when you tell them what you want. So tell them what you want. As I mentioned before, I gotta go. I gotta get on camera for something else, okay? I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Comment below. Let me know any other topics you want me to cover in videos. Questions, scenarios. Honey, I got a story time that's coming out, part 2. It's gonna knock your socks off. I love y'all. I love you. Bye. I need you. Click like and share. Bye.